What's going on, movie talkers? My name is Alec, and I'm here to give you this. This is going to be kind of a long video because it has been exactly 2 weeks since the release of Captain America Civil War, which means I am now going to do my Captain America Civil War spoilers review. That's right, you heard me, spoilers. So if you have not seen Captain America Civil War, first of all, what is wrong with you and what are you doing with your life? Second of all, get out of this video and go see Captain America Civil War right now. Right now! Do it now. The movie's amazing. Get out of here. And then come back. Please come back and then watch the video. So yeah. So if you haven't seen the video, get out of here. Do not watch the video until you have seen the movie. If you have seen the movie, great. Let's talk some spoilers. This movie has a lot going on, and unlike Batman v Superman, it did it perfectly. It did everything perfectly. And I'm sorry, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for comparing the two, blah, 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 blah. Thing is, they're basically the same thing. It's two superheroes going up against each other. I'm sorry that one did it not very well, and the other did it perfect. Sorry. I don't know what else to tell you. Anyways, let's just get into the movie. Let's talk about what I like about this movie in depth. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about it in depth. A lot of things. First of all, I'm going to kind of start from the beginning of the movie. Crossbones. I hate that Crossbones is gone. Alright, so if you so you gotta remember that beginning scene is amazing. The fight choreography. The only thing I didn't like was the shaky cam in the beginning of the movie. That's okay, I can get over that. But the fight scene is amazing. Seeing Falcon, Scarlet, Scarlet, goddammit. Yeah, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, and Captain America all working together as a team. It was great to see. You know, they really were, like, how they were acting off of each other's strengths and stuff. That was really cool, and it really set up a big part of the movie with the whole Scarlet Witch, you know, picking up Crossbones when he's about to kill himself, which really sucks, and kind of directing the explosion and then killing a bunch of people. That really showed how people die in these scenarios, in these situations. They die. And this movie is tackling that head on. They're not shying away from it. They're not trying to correct it or anything. They really showed that this movie has consequences. And things that they do in this world, that the Avengers do in this world, they have consequences. And they did a really fantastic job of showing that. Bucky. I didn't hate him, but he didn't really have much to do in Winter Soldier, which is weird because he was kind of he was the titular character, you know, like the movie was supposed to be based around him, and it kind of was, but it kind of wasn't at the same time. It was mostly about Hydra actually being S.H.I.E.L.D. in disguise. This movie really showed the friendship between Bucky and Captain America, and much better than any other movie did. So that was really fantastic to see how you really got to see Bucky do a lot more than just be the brainwashed person in the going after Cap. You know, he was on the run and trying to figure out what's going on with his, like, why did what happened to him, you know? And you really saw, like, how much it was affecting him, and to see how he really did he understood what he did and what happened, and how he was he wanted to punish himself, but you can see the friendship between Cap and Bucky, with Cap not letting go, Cap wanting to find Bucky, always looking for Bucky, because that's his best friend. That was the guy who protected him when he was just a little skinny, scrawny kid in Brooklyn. So that was really cool to see. And you really get to see the relationship between him and Iron Man. How Iron Man has really developed. Iron Man has developed, like, a lot in these last couple movies. You think about how he was in Iron Man 1 and how he is now. You know, Iron Man 1, he would have never been the one to be wanting government control. And now, because of the fact that he's done a lot of things the things have been caused by him. You know, he saw the wormhole and he saw an army of aliens ready to kill him, ready to destroy the world, and having to come back down from another universe. Like, he didn't know that even existed. And then with Age of Ultron, You know, like he created Ultron, and you really understand why he's doing the things he did. Like when you are the cause of so much pain and so much death with Ultron, like he was, that has a toll on someone, and it had a toll on him, and you can tell it had a toll on him, which is really great to see. You can really see the evolution of his character, and that's what these superhero movies need if they're gonna survive, and they are gonna survive. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All you gotta do is just keep bringing out fresh content, and this was fresh, this was new, and this was very, very emotional. This was probably Marvel's most emotional movie, I have to say. That's why I think it hit. It struck a lot of chords. You know, it really stuck with a lot of people. All right, let's talk about Spider-Man. Spider-Man was amazing. Well, not amazing. He wasn't amazing. I'm gonna say he was spectacular because that's what the movie should be called, not Spider-Man: Homecoming. But anyways, Tom Holland, fantastic as Spider-Man in the very few scenes that we saw him in. You see him with Aunt May, Marissa Tomei, and Iron Man, Tony Stark, having like a little. You can see, and you knew that if anyone was gonna call out there being a hot Aunt May, it was gonna be Tony Stark, and he did. But it was kind of interesting knowing that Tony Stark has had like has been keeping tabs on Spider-Man. It kind of makes you wonder if he's been keeping tabs on a lot more heroes that we don't know about yet. Maybe he knows about Stephen Strange. Maybe he knows about Carol Danvers. You know, who knows how long he's known about Ant-Man. It's just interesting to know that he has been kind of keeping tabs on him. And not a problem, but what I could see, and I don't think a lot of people mention, how Tony really kind of got in the head of Peter. How he really got in the head of Peter. You're listening to him talk. You're listening to Peter talk to Cap while they're fighting, and you can just hear it in the way that in the words that he's saying and what he's saying to Cap. Tony has manipulated this kid, which really sucks because it's gonna. Well, I mean, it kind of leads into what is gonna happen. What happened in the comics with Spider-Man leaving Team Iron Man and going to Team Cap. He's been manipulated into thinking of into being on Iron Man's team, and I really hope that it pays off. I don't want this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Fine, but I just really feel like he was manipulating him because with Cap, when he was fighting Cap, and Cap was like, "Why are you on this? Like, why are you fighting me?" And Peter tells him, "Iron Man says that you're the bad guy." That's something that an ignorant kid says. Not because he's ignorant, because he chooses to be ignorant, but because someone didn't explain fully the situation that he's getting in, which I think is going to pay. I think it's going to pay off in Spider-Man: Homecoming. God, I hate that title. In Spider-Man: Homecoming, and because Iron Man is confirmed to be in Spider-Man: Homecoming, so hopefully we see that pay off, and maybe we see the Iron Spider. I hope. All right, so next. Black Panther. God, they did him perfectly. I was just watching a video and they said it perfectly. The way he was talking to Cap, he said, damn it, no, I forgot it. I'll come back to it. But just the way he held himself, he was very regal. He was a very regal character, and you saw that he was royalty. The respect he showed his father just talking to him. He didn't agree with why they were there, with interacting with these other countries at the UN. But he respected his father's decision. And the minute his father was killed, he had one goal in mind, and that was to kill or at least bring justice to Bucky. And he was willing to go through anybody to do it. He sided with Iron Man. But the thing is, he didn't side with Iron Man because he was for the Sokovia Accords, not because of any of that. He sided with Iron Man because he knew that it was his best opportunity to get to Bucky. And just in the showing, like his arc at the end of the movie, it shows that he wasn't on Iron Man's team because of he shared the same beliefs as Iron Man. All he wanted was vengeance, and that's what he was there for. And the minute that he got his justice, he realized what was right, and that's what was right. What was right is that Cap I think Cap is right. I am Team Cap all the way. I'm sorry I didn't say that in the beginning. I am Team Cap all the way. I understand why Iron Man did what he did and why he was on the side that he was on, but I am not on that side. Even after finding out that Bucky is the one that killed Iron Man's parents, I'm tired. I'm not tired of it, but I don't agree with the explanation for why he still went after Bucky and why he still went after Cap. I understand it. I understand that this guy killed killed his mother, and that he even says it. You killed my mother. He understood that him and his dad didn't have the best relationship. So when his father died, it didn't hit him as hard. When he found out that Bucky killed his mom, that was the set. I don't understand. That was the breaking point. That was when Iron Man went over the edge, and I honestly did think that he was gonna kill Cap, that he was capable of that, but he didn't. Obviously, Cap won because Cap is the better fighter. Cap cannot be beaten by Iron Man. Iron Man is just a man in a suit, just like he told him in the Avengers. You're nothing but a man in a suit. Cap is the better fighter. He is the superior fighter, and he would beat Iron Man every day. Sorry, I just went on a little tangent. But no, I understand, but I just don't think that. I mean, if I was in the situation, I would be very upset if I found out this guy killed my mom. I would be very, very, very upset, devastated. But if I knew in my head that he was not to blame, I'd be angry, yes, but I would forget. I would understand. I would be able to understand and put myself in that situation. This guy could not control what he was doing. He was not in control of his mind or his body at all. He was brainwashed by the Russians. Who do you go after? The Russians. That's who you go after. You go after Hydra. Hydra had this guy. But he was so blinded to where he was willing to kill his best friend. And Cap is Iron Man's best friend. Iron Man may not be Cap's best friend, but Cap is Iron Man's best friend. He was willing to kill his best friend to get to this guy. I would not be able to kill. If I found out my best friend killed, if I found out my best friend's best friend killed my mom, but they weren't in control of it, I would not kill my best friend to get to him. That's ridiculous. It's not a problem with the story. I just don't like that. I'm just saying that's why I'm not Team Iron Man. I'm Team Cap. Also, I hate government control. I don't believe that government should have that much power. It's just like Cap said. It smells fishy. What happens when the government sends them to a different country for their own interests? Basically, they end up becoming the country's personal army, and that's not what that's not what Cap wants to be. He wants to be able to do good. So the storytelling is amazing in here. The Russo brothers have got this down, and I trust them wholeheartedly. Even I already trusted them after Winter Soldier, but after this, I especially trust them with Infinity War, because there's going to be a shit ton of characters in Infinity War, and that's right, I said it. There's going to be a shit ton. That's a lot. It's a lot of characters, and I think the Russos can do it. They will not shit the bed in this. They have got this. They love this property. They love this material. And I trust them wholeheartedly. They have my complete support. They have not done me wrong, and I don't think they will do us wrong. And to go with the ending, let me talk about Daniel Bruhl as Zemo. I actually didn't mind the villain. A lot of people did mind the villain, didn't like him, thought that he was useless. I think he was a very effective villain. He basically won, and that's what's crazy, is that he was playing chess. He was trying to get rid of the Avengers and turn them against each other. I believe he has a plan. We will see the Masters of Evil coming soon. Abomination is still out there. There are other villains out there that we have not been introduced to yet. Masters of Evil will come, and Zemo will be at the forefront of them. Possibly even Red Skull. That would be awesome. So I like the villain. The villain was not. I mean, he wasn't great. He's not like Loki. And they still don't have a great villain, but I think that Zemo has the potential to be a great villain, because once again, you don't get Daniel Bruhl to play a villain and kill him in the beginning. In the first act of the movie, you don't kill him. That's ridiculous. You don't get rid of him and you don't use him again. He's Daniel Bruhl. He's one of the top actors out there. Watch Rush. That movie is amazing, and he is fantastic in it. Watch what else is it? Inglourious Basterds. He's fantastic in Inglourious Basterds. So you don't get Daniel Bruhl if you're just gonna have him for one movie and make him a one-off villain. He's coming back. There's a reason that he was captured and wasn't allowed to die. By the way, that scene with Black Panther, that was the arc I was talking about. Black Panther not letting him die, not letting him kill himself because he knew that's what he wanted. He and Black Panther knew that that's not justice. Justice is him paying for his crime, and he's gonna pay for it, but he's gonna get out. You watch. So that was Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo was cool. I really hope to see the mask. That would be really interesting. I mean, they did the horns with Loki. You can't do the mask with Zemo. Come on, do it. Let's get to the last point. This movie made me extremely excited about all the upcoming movies coming up. Made me extremely excited about Spider-Man: Homecoming, and then it also made me excited about Black Panther. And let me get into my prediction. Why Cap said what he said at the end. I believe that Cap's team is going to get their ass handed to them by whatever villains in the beginning. If it's Thanos, fine. In Infinity War, I think he's going to get their ass handed to him. And who's going to make the save? Motherfucking Captain America and his team. So that was my prediction. I'm pretty sure I'm right because it's kind of obvious. It's not like a bold prediction or anything. But anyways, I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. I can't give it a 10 out of 10. I give it a 9.5 out of 10 because I kind of wish that there would have been a little bit more from the villain. I guess that's why I have to give it a 9.5 and not a complete 10. It's a 9.5 because Daniel Bruhl, he wasn't wasted. I like the character, but thing is, they kind of mostly were setting him up instead of him being. I mean, he was kind of the driving force in the movie, but he wasn't strong enough of a character for me to make it a 10. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see him again, and that makes me extremely excited. So, anyways, that's my review. That's my spoiler review on the movie. That's the things that I wanted to talk about, that I've been talking about with my friends, that I've been talking about with people at work, that I can't stop talking about. This movie has beaten Deadpool for the top superhero movie of this year. Right now, I'm ranking all 6 of them that when they come out. Number 1 now is Captain America: Civil War. Number 2 is Deadpool, and number 3, unfortunately, is Batman v Superman. X-Men Apocalypse is coming out next weekend. I will have when I see that movie, I'm not sure if I'm going to see it that weekend or that Friday, but that weekend, as soon as I see it, I will give you a review, my initial reactions on the movie. Maybe I'll do them from like as soon as I leave. That would be pretty cool. As soon as I leave the theater. So I'll have that review, and then 2 weeks later, I will have my spoilers review on it because that's also going to be a movie that I've really been excited and anticipating. Not my top, but I felt like that one. If any movie could beat Captain America: Civil War, it could be that one. From the reviews, it doesn't seem like I'm right, which kind of sucks. But I'm not going to lower my expectations because I love the X-Men. The X-Men are some of my favorite movies, some of my favorite characters. We finally get to see one of my favorite characters, Nightcrawler, and I heard he's a standout in the movie, which I can't wait for. So yeah, I'll have that for y'all as soon as I see the movie. Anyways, I hope you had a great time watching this review. I want to hear your thoughts on the movie. Also, I want to shout out my brothers, Angel and Fez. I appreciate you guys watching my videos and supporting me through this. I am trying my best to get to just get my voice out there. I want my voice to be heard by a lot of people. And I want people to talk to me and I want to have this reaction this interaction because I love superhero movies and I love movies in general. I just love talking about them. I love Game of Thrones. I'm trying to get a predictions because I have predictions on it, but I want to get them out there. And I've been reading a lot more. I'm trying to read more comics. I'm playing a lot more video games. I'm just trying to get out there back in the community. And I hope that you guys are willing to interact with me. I love this interaction. I love when I can interact with you guys. So please hit up the comment section below, subscribe, like, share this video, and I will see you guys next time.